Hi everyone, this is my first YouTube video ever, so be patient with me regarding the format and quality. But I am making this just to clear up some misunderstandings regarding Blackpink and Enhypen's Coachella live streams. I first want to acknowledge what is exactly being spread before speaking about where it came from and why it is false. This whole scandal started because Enhypen said they saw fan posts claiming they had the second most amount of real-time live viewers. A lot of people misunderstood this to mean they had the most amount of total viewers, but what they meant is peak amount of viewers watching it at once, not total. It is currently being spread that they got a peak of 400k live viewers, and I am inclined to believe that number because no other evidence has been shown against it. But regardless, Blackpink fans were quick to disregard either of those notions, and they claimed Blackpink still holds the second most simultaneous live viewers on a Coachella stream. As a fandom, they spread on two separate claims. 1. Blackpink got a peak 250 million real-time live viewers. 2. Blackpink got a total of 250 million live viewers and a peak of 3 million real-time live viewers. These two claims are contradictory not only because they don't align with each other, but also because that would mean they weren't in second place, they would be first place. But Beyoncé's first place and holds that record, so that part isn't exactly possible. So here's where these claims come from. The articles Blinks have been using as proof are the Rolling Stones, Alkpop, Koreaboo, and other reporting platforms. Problem here is that all of these articles are clear where they got their information from. And it isn't a data tracking site, it isn't an insider account, hell it's not even a YouTube view counting site. It is a tech review site, yeah, a site by the name of TechRadar that is made up of articles about the newest technology, games, and electronics which are biased because they endorse and get paid by some of the companies they're supposedly reporting on. It also is made up of customer reviews. Not only does this site have no credibility with data tracking, it also has no credibility with what its actual mission is, seeing as when you look them up, it's a bunch of people saying they lie to make you spend the most money on their products. So these numbers hold no weight whatsoever. If you try to find the original TechRadar source about Blackpink, it's gone, so it isn't sure if this was just a fan-made review or an article made by a reporter, but either way it's not credible. It's also worth noting that these numbers were anticipated and not actually confirmed by TechRadar. I do not want to get in trouble for defamation law. On to the proof made by Blinks separate from the articles. I've seen ChatGPT and a Notes app screenshot floating around much more than they should be as proof. This isn't proof, it's completely just speculation. I can input fake data into my Notes app just as easily. It's literally nothingness. The ChatGPT one is worse. They took the false data and used it against Beyoncé's actual data to create a formula that gave them that 3 million peak viewers number. I shouldn't have to say it, but there is no formula for organic views, and if there was, it wouldn't be based on the most famous musician in the world right now. It would be someone more on Blackpink's level like Sabrina Carpenter or someone else that is famous but not Beyoncé. Now the original issue of where the articles got their data is addressed. Let's look at other places where the issue was amplified and created. Blinks misunderstood a Portuguese or Spanish fan report to be English and used it as proof because it reported Blackpink's peak lived viewers to be 250 mil. Problem here is that in both languages mil means thousands, and so they misunderstood a post claiming Blackpink got thousands of viewers to mean they got millions. And now the next one is one that was pointed out by Beehives. The most likely cause of all the false articles and the original claim made by TechRadar is that they were taking data from the whole day's live stream and not just Blackpink's set by accident. Now I do not know how real this claim is, but I personally wouldn't be surprised if they did in fact do this. There are other possibilities to where this data came from, but those are the most likely places from what I have found. But this divide in K-pop stands perception of reality has caused a lot of fandoms to pile onto Enhypen to try to embarrass them. They are posting pictures of Enhypen's Coachella crowd and saying it was empty and using it as evidence that Blackpink had to have had more live viewers than Enhypen. This is just not true. Not only can you see the crowd from the live stream and it was packed, but people there said two things regarding this claim. 1. It was actually full and the pictures don't show the whole crowd, which was screaming so loud you could hear it on the live stream too. Major famous artists were performing at the same time and just minutes earlier so many people were rushing to Enhypen's set and missed the first few songs. Now, I hope this video cleared up some things for people because I was very tired watching people claim different things just because they have a mouth and fingers to type with. At least do a little research. It is also not lost on me that Enhypen has been called Korea's pride and representatives of K-pop, while the reaction to Jennie and Lisa's set by non-fans wasn't very pleasant, which probably added to the scandal. Comment your thoughts about the subject and ask me any questions. Bye.